Title: What Life Who Stand Before a Medieval Castle, and it looks like something from a fairy tale. Towering walls, colorful banners, and grand F. But if you actual, the air smelled winter cold, seeped the disease and every D. For the next 15 minutes, we're stepping beyond the legends to explore what life was really like inside a medieval castle. From the Lord's private chambers to the dark kitchens. Because behind every castle intro, imagine Apperlow, the distant ring of a blacksmith, the creaking of wag, the barking of the shouts of then rising mass flaw. Sunlight glints off armor worn by guards patro to travelers to NMT. But unlike the romantic cast, it was a fortress, a M, and life inside, a noble low, a servant, a peasant seeking to you. Section 1, Ente. The first thing you not the massy arrow slits line the walls. Above no one enters across. This is not it as a Libla stable servants carry supplies. Messengers arrive with news for dogs roam fra smoke rises for the castle funk. Hundreds of people may live. Every person has every task supports survival. Because a castle is not just a symbol of power, it is a machine, and every machine requires constant labor. Section 2. The Lord and Lady of the Castle. At the center of this world are the Lord and Lady. Their lives are far more comfortable than those of ordinary people, but they are not idle rulers. The Lord oversees land, collects taxes, settles disputes, organizes defenses, and manages relationships with neighboring nobles. His responsibilities determine the prosperity or failure of the entire estate. The lady manages many aspects of daily life within the castle. She supervises servants, oversees food supplies, manages household finances, and may even direct defenses when her husband is away. Contrary to popular myths, noble women often held significant authority. Their private chambers contain some of the castle's rare luxuries. Colorful tapestries cover cold stone walls. Carved furniture fills the rooms. Candles provide light after sunset. Imported spices flavor meals. Yet even these privileged rooms lack modern comforts. There is no central heating, no running water, no electric light. Winter can be bitterly cold. Even the wealthiest residents spend much of their lives battling discomfort. Section 3. The Great Hall. If the castle has a heart, it is the Great Hall. This enormous chamber serves many purposes. It is a dining room, a courtroom, a meeting place, a center of political power. During the day, servants hurry across the hall preparing meals and arranging furniture. Visitors wait for audiences. Officials discuss business. Knights exchange news from distant regions. At night, the room transforms. Torches flicker against stone walls. Long wooden tables fill with guests. Music echoes through the chamber. The smell of roasted meat fills the air. For nobles, feasts are more than entertainment. They are displays of power. The amount of food served demonstrates wealth and status. Exotic spices imported from distant lands signal prestige. Every meal sends a message. The Lord is prosperous. The Lord is powerful. The Lord deserves loyalty. But while nobles dine on fine dishes, servants work endlessly behind the scenes to make every feast possible. Section 4. Below stairs, the servants' world. Far from the grandeur of the Great Hall lies another castle entirely, the world of servants. These workers rise before dawn. Many work until late at night. The kitchens are among the busiest places in the castle. Massive fires burn constantly. Cooks prepare food for dozens or even hundreds of people. The heat is intense. The work is exhausting. Elsewhere, maids clean chambers. Laundry workers scrub clothing. Stable hands care for horses. Messengers carry orders. Without servants, castle life would collapse within days. Yet most remain invisible to the nobility they serve. Their lives are defined by labor, long hours, physical exhaustion, and little opportunity to rise in society. Section 5. Castle childhood. For children born inside castle walls, life varies dramatically depending on status. Noble children begin training early. Boys learn riding, swordsmanship, hunting, and courtly behavior. Many leave home as young pages, serving other noble households to prepare for knighthood. Girls learn household management, literacy, music, religion, and diplomacy. Marriage often shapes their future long before adulthood. Meanwhile, servant children work from an early age. They assist parents with chores, care for animals, carry water, clean workshops. Childhood exists, but responsibility arrives quickly. In a medieval castle, survival leaves little room for leisure. Section 6. The filthy reality. Modern images often portray castles as clean and majestic. The truth is far messier. Waste disposal remains a constant challenge. Human waste is often emptied into pits, moats, or nearby areas. Animals live close to people. Food spoils quickly. Fleas, lice, and rats are common. The smell can be overwhelming. Bathing occurs occasionally, but not frequently by modern standards. Medical knowledge is limited. Even minor injuries can become deadly. Disease lurks constantly. Life expectancy is far shorter than today. For all their grandeur, castles are often uncomfortable, unsanitary places. The reality is far removed from fantasy. Section 7. When war arrives. Everything changes when enemies appear. The peaceful routines of castle life vanish instantly. Farmers from surrounding villages rush toward the walls. Livestock is driven inside. Supplies are gathered. Gates are sealed. Now the castle becomes what it was truly built to be. A fortress. Archers take positions along the battlements. Guards patrol towers day and night. Fear spreads through every corridor. Sieges can last weeks, months, sometimes even years. Food becomes scarce. Disease spreads rapidly in crowded conditions. Every day is filled with uncertainty. Will relief arrive? Will supplies run out? Will the walls hold? For medieval people, castles are not symbols of romance. They are symbols of survival. Section 8. The Knights. Among the most famous castle residents are the knights. Their shining armor has become legendary. Yet real knighthood is far more demanding than popular imagination suggests. Knights train for years. Combat requires strength, endurance, discipline, and skill. Armor is expensive. Weapons are costly. Maintaining military readiness consumes enormous resources. Many knights spend far more time training, administering land, or enforcing law than fighting dramatic battles. Still, during times of war, they become the castle's elite defenders. Their presence can mean the difference between victory and disaster. Section 9. Nightfall in the castle. As darkness settles over the castle, activity slows. Torches cast long shadows across stone corridors. Guards continue their watch. Fires crackle in hearths. The sounds of conversation gradually fade. Outside the walls lies a dangerous world. Bandits, wild animals, enemy armies. Inside, people sleep knowing the castle protects them from many threats. Yet even within the walls, safety is never guaranteed. Disease, political intrigue, accidents. Danger is a constant companion in medieval life. The castle offers protection, but never certainty. Ending. Today, medieval castles stand as silent monuments scattered across Europe and beyond. Millions visit them every year. They admire the towers, the walls, the breathtaking architecture. But behind those stones lived real people, lords and ladies seeking power, servants struggling through endless labor, children preparing for uncertain futures, knights training for wars they might never survive. For centuries, castles shaped the lives of everyone around them. They witnessed celebrations and tragedies, prosperity and famine, peace and war. And although many now stand in ruins, their walls still tell stories. Stories of ambition, survival, and the remarkable people who built entire worlds behind stone defenses. Because history is never just about buildings, it's about the lives lived within them. If you enjoyed this journey into medieval life, consider subscribing for more cinematic historical explorations. And let us know in the comments, what historical location should we step inside next? Until then, thank you for watching, and remember, the past is never as simple as the legends.